Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Maya. Hello.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
29.
What's your disagreement?
Um, the fact that you think that high value men can't be faithful.
I didn't say they can't be faithful. When did I ever say that?
Well, when you're saying that high value men don't cheat, but they have options, what does that mean?
Exactly what it says. High value men don't cheat. They exercise options. But when did I ever say that high value men can't be faithful?
So then explain to me what do you mean
No, no,
by
no, no. What?
exercise?
No, 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 no. Don't question me and tell me to explain something to you until you tell me where I said what you said, or you admit that
That's
you.
what I took from it.
Okay, well, ma'am, due respect, I have been extremely clear. I've said it
Mm-hmm.
multiple times. There's several videos out on it. I've even did a live stream on Instagram. Ma'am, I said high value men don't cheat. They exercise options. I'll be really clear with you again too. Ma'am, if you or a woman like yourself wants a high value man, it will be in your best interest to accept the fact that high value man may decide to exercise one of those options. And if that's not something you don't want to deal with, then it might be in your best interest to not consider high value men. Go get a man lesser who more women aren't necessarily attracted to, and then deal with what comes along with that.
Okay, that was just like my opinion on it and what I thought that you meant by that. So,
Well, I there are plenty of men who don't cheat, but it's a choice.
mm-hmm. Absolutely, I agree.
But you also ask yourself the question: in mammals, are the male of the species typically monogamous?
I mean, depends. Every person is different.
In mammals,
Yeah, male or
mammal,
female.
the
Yeah.
mammals, the
Mhm.
mammals, not male or female. The
Mhm.
mammals, warm-blooded animals that have a gestation
And
period internally, are the males of the species typically monogamous?
the male is species. And
The-
most mammals, no.
exactly.
Hmm.
So men who have, and then the higher ranking a male is, the more sexual options he has, even in the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Why is this? So why is that troubling to you?
Because my question or what is
Oh,
that
you're kind of
I
break.
feel I'm on the same caliber as these men.
Oh, you okay? You feel like you're on the
Mhm.
same. Okay, say it again. You feel as though you're on the same caliber as these men.
Absolutely. Hmm.
Okay.
So sometimes it's hard for me to like shut off and just like let a man take control.
How old are
But
you again?
29.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, absolutely.
You want children?
Hmm.
And what? Why do you think you're on the same caliber of a man who's a high value man? What are you? What? Please explain. I'm dying to hear this.
Okay, I think I'm a high value woman as well. I bring a
Okay.
lot to the table, and I
Okay.
think a high value man will respect a high value
What do
woman.
you bring to the table?
What do I bring to the table? I'm not an
Yes.
airhead. I'm smart. I'm educated. I have
Okay.
morals. I
Oh,
have.
hold on. You're smart.
Mhm. I'm educated. I'm
Okay.
loving. Caring.
Okay. Okay. You're smart.
I'm
You're educated. Okay.
loving. I'm caring. I mean, I honestly want someone to match me.
So why aren't you married?
Um, I don't know, honestly.
Hmm. Where? How many high value men are actively vetting you to be their wife?
What does that mean?
Uh, if you're all these things and you match high value men,
Mhm.
then it stands to reason. If you want to be married, I'm asking you how many high value men are vetting you, interviewing you, considering you to be their wife.
Interviewing.
Yes.
I mean, dating or interviewing.
However you want to play the word game,
I don't know
man.
what that word means, but I'm saying dating.
Huh?
Dating. That's what I'm answering that question. I don't know interviewing what that means.
How many high value men are considering asking you to marry them?
At least two.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But at 29, it has yet to happen.
No, it has happened. I didn't say yes the first time, so
Okay, and that man was not a significant. Well, see, uh, okay. You ladies are interesting to me because it's in one breath you're on the level of a high value man, but you're dating a man that's a lower value than you because if he was at higher value, you would have accepted his proposal.
can you explain what you mean? I don't understand exactly.
Basic math. If a man who you felt had a higher value or esteem proposed to you, you would have accepted. See, what I believe is you have a healthy. I believe you may have a healthy estimation of yourself, and that's fine. Maybe because you're more attractive than most. But let me ask your boyfriends or relationships. In your relationship, your last relationship was how long?
3 years.
Who ended it?
I did.
Why?
He was cheating.
Huh?
Hmm. That's why
And
I
was
said
he a high value man?
it was high value, and I'm high value too.
Oh yeah. Well, see, apparently not high enough. See, that's the point. And here's the thing: if you want a high value man and you want him to remain monogamous, good luck with that. You can be as high you can be as high value as you believe, but you're still lower value than a man.
That's not nice.
That's the truth.
But that's not nice. Why
Well,
can't
the
a woman
queen is a king's wife.
exactly? So why can
That,
I be the queen of the castle?
that's what's wrong with you modern feminist women. And guess what? The older you get, the more you can push this thing. But the pretty will go away. At 29, you don't have anybody actively really vetting you that you want. So with all this attitude and bravado, I would assume that with all this attitude and bravado, any man of any real high value would not tolerate it from you. Simply will not. They won't tolerate a woman that's as full of herself as you are. They'll hook up with you. They'll smash. But with wed, no thank you.
No, I didn't say that. But why can't a woman be strong on her own and then find a
You
man?
can do all that. Be strong on your own, die alone. You're welcome to it. You can be strong on your own and die alone, man. You can do whatever you want to, but what you can't do is be equal to a man because we're different.
Okay. So can I ask you another question?
Well, if you can accept, why do modern women think you're equal to men when you are just living in the world that we built? The freedoms you have today are because of men.
What you're saying.
The freedoms women have today are because men gave them to you. And even the man you were with for 3 years cheated on you.
Okay.
Because he had options. Did it mean he didn't love you? Is that what you think?
No.
So why'd he do it?
That's a question only he can answer. I don't
know.
No,
it's a question because he could.
Mm-hmm.
And 200 or 300 years ago, women understood men enough to realize that, guess what? It's just a thing. How many, have you heard women on my platform who are married, who say, I give him all the love he could want and plus some. And I ask the question, but do you ever catch him masturbating? Does he still masturbate? Yeah. That's cheating with his hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want a man to be monogamous, you know what you're going to need to get, man?
What?
A lesser value man. Somebody who pedestalizes you and treats you like the queen you believe yourself to be. But that man you will not respect. The kind of men that you will respect and want, you
I don't date someone lesser than who I am.
Well, I wish you the best, but here's the thing. Here's one true reality. That the older women get, the lesser options you tend to have.
I know. I heard you say that last night.
It's not me. It's just life. And if you want to get married and have children,
so then tell me what I need to do.
Well, first of all, you need some humility.
Okay.
You're very. I'm just gonna say. Maybe you're. Not say that, Kevin. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Please tell the truth.
No, I have no problem telling the truth. There's just no reason to say it. You lack.
So
You
say
don't
it.
come across. No, 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 no. I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
See,
Okay.
you can't even check. You lack humility, young lady. See, women like this woman suffer from pretty privilege, pretty professional privilege problems. I mean, even looking this way, okay, well, tell me, well, this and that. Well, let me direct you. At 29 years old, that shit don't work. I mean, I'm doing this because I'm making content off of it. But you, I'll tell you what you need. Honestly, no disrespect, and I'm taking you off camera, so it's not so personal. Therapy. You have a very high estimation of yourself. That's fine. You should think well of yourself. But the kind and caliber of men that you consider yourself available for have options. And if at your youngest a man cheated on you, I can't change that. And I'm not gonna hold on. And this isn't a back and forth session with you and I. So I get it. A lot of women don't like this point, but I can't really change it. I can't really change this fact that a lot of women don't like this point. A lot of you ladies don't like the fact that the very kind and caliber of men that you want are wanted by other men. I mean, wanted by other women. They are wanted. If your man is wanted by other women, including you, why do you think? Well, go ahead, Brittany Taylor. Go ahead and unmute yourself. And next, Aaliyah, and then Kimberly. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How old are you?
I'm 32.
What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement is that, sorry, I'm like slightly nervous, but anyways, my disagreement is that high value men, the fact that cheating is being equated to exercising options.
What do you want to call it?
Cheating.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's not cheating if you know that it's likely going to happen. When a lion has sex with another lioness in the pride, is he cheating on the other one? No.
So my kind of guess, my understanding of that is that, sure, the lion knows that he's going to have sex with other lionesses, but so do the other lionesses in the pride.
Okay, then don't get a high value man.
Which is fine.
Well, there you go. That solves that problem.
No, and that's fine. Like, I'm married already, so I guess maybe this isn't a conversation for me, but
really isn't. I mean, I don't know. Okay, why do you ladies go looking for? Why are you?
I'm here just because the idea.
Okay, other women. Okay, ma'am, if you're married, focus on your relationship with your husband. And is he a high value man?
According to the definition that you've laid out, no.
Okay, then no disrespect, man, but you have no dog in this fight. This is an intellectual exercise for you ladies. I don't understand why you want to bring this conflict, because no matter what you think, young lady, it's not going to change. You think it's fair or unfair? Men with options have always exercised them until they choose not to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't really have an issue with it being fair or unfair. And I understand that that's a world where certain things happen. It's just the idea that it's not cheating. And so personally for me,
it's not cheating. It's not cheating if you know it. Okay. You call it tiddlywinks. Why women expect men who are wanted by most women to just be monogamous to them? I mean, I need you ladies to understand the arrogance of that position. You have a man that is wanted by everybody else, and you are arrogant enough to think that you're the only one that should have him. And what do you bring to the table? The same thing that any other woman. You come standard with a vajayjay. I bring submission and this and that, and I'm sorry. What are you bringing to the table if we put a dollar value on it offsets his value? Are we even talking about the same two things? And what I think a lot of modern women are struggling with is the fact that you've been told that you're equal to men and you're not. Not the kind of men we're talking about. Let me grab something to drink and I'll be back. Oh my gosh, this is getting deep. My district, okay. What is it called? It's called freelance relationships. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Stick and move, boxing. I don't get it. Go ahead, Aaliyah. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Hello.
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 38. I'm about to be 38.
What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is with the qualities of a high value man. I didn't hear one thing. Listening to your live streams. Does that include a strong erection? And that's an honest question. Because a high value man of an older age can.
Kimberly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement, just like many other days, is that high value men cheat and that they should, as you say, exercise their options. I personally feel that when you get married, you make vows.
Hold on, Kimberly. This is the woman sitting back asking about erections. Your voice alone gets me limp. Are you out of your fucking mind? I mean, seriously. I mean, such an asinine question. Well, I never heard you say nothing about a high value man. Does that mean he has a strong erection? That is the number one problem, I think, with so many of our sisters. Our atavistic, primitive mating standards. The value of a man to so many black women is his dick. That's why you will make the decisions you make. You value dick over more than anything else. How's that working for you, ladies? You're at the bottom. 80% out of wedlock childbirth. But it's all about the dick, 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 the dick. Y'all sound crazy. Young ladies, I'm sorry that this is your aunties, your grandmas, and everything else. These older women, I disconnected that because it was even too embarrassing to discuss. But she was dead ass serious. A high value man, is that determined by the strength of his dick? Get off my gone. You don't even get to be on the panel. Go back. You gotta open in the morning. You gotta open at Hardee's in the morning. You gotta open at Hardee's in the morning. Look at that man in that fake ass fur coat. Carry your ass back to Brahms. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So the cheating.
Yes. So like I was saying, I think that when you get married, you make vows that
yes,
you won't cheat. So I think that if you want to continue to exercise your options, then what's the point of being married?
Well, no, you make vows that it doesn't say you won't cheat. It says for better, for worse, for rich or poor, sickness and health, to death do you part. No part of the marital vows says you can't cheat. It's implied that you'll be bound as one in the covenant before God. Have you read the vows?
Yeah.
Okay. Where in the vows does it say you won't cheat?
It doesn't say that. Like.
Thank you. Thank you. Because in the Bible, are you a Christian?
Yes.
Solomon, David, Abraham. It's all throughout the Bible, baby girl. The Bible is the worst place to come talking about monogamy. The Roman Church, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Eastern and the English Catholic Church. Why did it even exist? Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife, Anne Boleyn, so he could have some sons. We are the most Christian, not knowing Christian folks, ma'am. Come on, it's not. Come on. What is the commandment of man on this planet? To be fruitful and what?
Multiply. But
there we go. So how do you get 7 billion people on the planet through monogamy? You don't.
I think that they should be fruitful and multiply with their wives.
You can't get 7 billion people on the planet through monogamy. It's geometrically impossible. You can think it. If you want a monogamous man, get a lower value guy.
But
I mean, seriously. And that's what you ladies are upset about, because it's like, well, I want a higher value man. I want a man that has the resources and production power of 5, 10, 20 men, but I want them all to myself. Y'all sound rather selfish to me.
I don't think it's selfish. I think that there
Of course you don't, because you benefit from it all. Because you benefit from it all. Okay, let's do it this way. You're married to your high value man. Okay, you're on your cycle. He's horny. What does he do?
I think that's a personal guy's opinion.
Yeah. What does he do? Can't. Or you got to do some stuff that, see? You're not in the mood. He's supposed to wait. You know how many black men are, next week I'm going to do a video on how many black men are living in sexless relationships and marriages. Because so many women today use sex as leverage over a man, because once you're doled out until you get him, then when you get him, cut it off and start using it as leverage and abuse. You guys are far more sexually manipulative than men. That's why I think this whole notion about cheating and stuff is so funny, because it's taking the power back from men. And the one thing that I notice about a lot of sisters, you don't like losing power or control. Get a lower value man. He'll be as faithful all day long.
I think that for some men, it's just a personal decision.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And it's a personal decision. I've never cheated, but it's a personal decision. But I can also say, I still remain available to exercise that option. And anybody I deal with knows that.
Right.
I mean, honestly, Kimberly, if he's not bringing it home, no outside kids, no outside babies, no diseases, you ain't going to find out about it, ain't embarrass you. Why does it matter?
Because it's the idea. And I think
how do you know if you don't know?
Even if you don't know, I think that someone still loses in the end.
Yeah. You know what you're going to lose? A husband. But you can go ahead and have you a dog.
Yeah, I disagree, but
you can disagree. But what you can't do is change the fact that males of the species are not typically monogamous. And what you can't do is we cannot keep lying to women, because this is why you're having such a hard time, because you've been told that you're the prize. And he's supposed to work his entire life to go out and kill the dragon and bring it home onto your feet and then beg you for some coochie. I give you some, you take out the trash. Men are tired of making deals to try to get some ass, especially men who are competitive. The problem is, in this conversation, usually the woman, in my personal opinion, should be doing what she needs to do to be competitive to keep the fires at home. His stomach should be full, his balls should be empty, so he can't do nothing if he's outside. If you're doing your job as the wife, he shouldn't even be able to get it up. But that puts it back on you.
I think that in a marriage, that both should play their roles, and
but somebody leads, and somebody is responsible to step in front of the other one and die for one. You're not responsible to die for us. And that's an average guy. A higher value guy dies for the people he draw a line around. Ma'am, if you don't want a man, if this bothers you this much, just don't deal with a man that's on this level. Deal with a lower value guy. Deal with a man that no one else wants, or few women want. You can have him all to yourself. He'll praise you. He'll be loyal to you. Don't that sound like you can do that?
What'd you say?
You can do that. That's a workable situation.
But a man that's faithful doesn't necessarily have to be someone that no one else wants.
Okay, well, here's the thing: the men are basically as faithful as their options. If you accept the fact that men have the option to do it, get a man. If you don't want to do it, get a man with lesser options. But if you want a man with greater options, don't be surprised if he exercises one. See, my way, you at least go into it understanding that male nature is what it is, and if it happens, you can't act like you didn't know. And if this is too much for you to handle, get a woman. Buy a dog, a cat, and die alone. Don't deal with men. If that's just too much for you, don't deal with them.
But it's not all men. I like it.
All right. That's enough of that. Now, we're going around and around and around. Fact of the matter is, y'all want to control men. You want men to act like women, and they're not. Men are finally standing up and saying, you know how many men I've got emails from saying thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for saying this. There's a video up on my channel today, right now, by a woman saying, thank you, Kevin Samuels, for saving my marriage. Go watch it after this is over. I told my husband this and that. Y'all, some selfish folk, boy. I'm gonna keep it all to myself, and you can't do that. All right, man. Y'all want to keep this smoke show going? We got some more folks in here. Oh, you still here, Susan? You ready to go? You ready to act like you got some sense now? Okay, let's go.
Good evening again.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm actually enjoying the conversation.
I mean, what did you think I was doing over here?
I mean, you're doing what you do. And again, I applaud because like I was saying, and you may have missed it, I don't agree with a lot of what you say. I think that you're on point with a lot of what you say. It was that one statement that you assumed I took out of context, or you stated that I took out of context. But no, and I agree. I think that
the statement.
I think that we as women, need understand, I've come to the fuller understanding, even with you talking about the options this evening. And I think that's some clarity that women need to understand that. And when you use the word options, it doesn't mean that the person
exactly
doesn't go out and do it. Exactly. It just means that the man does have options, or even she has options. But the point you're making with that is he has options.
That's the point. The funny thing is, ladies, you'll be amazed. The men who have high value have options, but you know what tends to happen what tends to happen is when a man knows he's with a woman who's down like 4 flat tires, and she's like, "Hey, baby, whatever you like, do whatever you want." He is more happy trying to get home to her than trying to run out and around in these streets.
That is absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
But that is the power that more women should focus on, that instead of trying to cut off all options and control the man and wiggle him in and this and that and guilt him in and guard and such and so forth. You're not getting the best out of a man by restricting him. You like him, let him run free.
Can I share something?
I got 13 more. I got 13 more people in here, so it has to be quick.
Just 10 seconds. It took to the 15th year of my marriage to realize how selfish I was being, and it took me checking myself to say, hey, I don't want to lose this man, because like you said, they have options. And once we figure out that there's a problem with us in some situations, then the relationship can work. And the problem was me, and I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Well, that sounds like you guys are on the right path. Let me go ahead and get some more of these folks in.
Yes, please do.
Thanks. All right, let me go ahead and mute you. So, look, ladies, I'm not saying that men are going to be slaying everything in their sight. That's not it. I'm saying that if you know you want a man that's in the top 10%, 5%, 3%, 1% of men, and you know as picky as you are and as high standard as you are, you know all that stuff, would it make more practical sense to accept that he has options and that he may choose to exercise those options? And as long as he does them in a way that it doesn't cause any consequences, kids, disease, personal embarrassment, jeopardize the family, the brand, or whatever, it's almost like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. If you know you got the kind of caliber man to do that, why don't you just focus on what you're doing? Would it be better to go that way, or would it be better to just say, well, he shouldn't do it because of God, Jesus, the commandments are faithful, and this and that, da, 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 da. You can try it. But why do we see so many people getting upset? Well, he cheated on me. He did this. Well.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the legend. I think he's fantastic, and he has always been when it comes to his content. And it's just that great. I mean, the more you watch Kevin Samuels' content, you realize that he was just there to enlighten Black women. But unfortunately, our women mistook whatever he wanted to do for them, guided them and making them understanding that, okay, this is who men are. And in my opinion, oftentimes I often say Kevin Samuels was like a cheat code to Black women, be unfortunately, they didn't understand it from that perspective. They didn't see it from that lens. They kind of see from, hate standpoint, right? They kind of look at him from a very hateful standpoint, rather than seeing him as a cheat code when it comes to dating, right? There are so many things that we have to unpack in this conversation. Talking of the 38-year-old black woman, right, with that almost like a man voice, right? Talking of, oh, a high value man have to do with strong erection and all that. Come on. It's just embarrassing, man. I mean, let's say, for instance, other races of women sitting down, listening to black people having this type of conversation, and you hear a lady that is 38 years old, black woman, with this kind of thought process. I mean, it's embarrassing, man. A high value man have to do with someone's dick. This is crazy. Other races understand that when men are performing, when men are bringing in the cash, when men are making sure that society is running, those are high value. Our women are asking question of, oh, it has to do with their dick because they have to be able to, give some quality of strokes. I mean, come on. And probably this is someone's mom. Imagine the kind of daughter she's going to raise. She'll raise her daughter to be looking at a man from a standpoint of her dick. How strong his erection will be and how he can stroke her very well. This is embarrassing. I mean, listen to that. I mean, black women, come on. Why do you come out to embarrass us this way? And they will end up saying Kevin Samuels hate black women. You come up with your own colors, and people do see you. When you say something like this and someone associate ghetto to you, you say it's Kevin Samuels. It's not Kevin Samuels. You just ask questions and you expose yourselves. I mean, sisters, if you're in the comment section, is it that we're missing something here? Is it that what we're saying is still like we just hate women? Is that what the point is? How on earth? Come on. And let's talk of the lady that spoke about, I'm a high value. Why can't I stay in the castle? Right? The castle that you're talking about, who built it in the first place? The attitude and the kind of, arrogance these women have and the contempt they have for men is outrageous to the point that even when she's saying something that is even against her own logic, she still don't get it. Because when you say, why can't he allow you stay in the castle, blah, blah, blah. First of all, that castle is built by who? The man. Women want to just walk into the castle. They don't want to be part of the building process. That's just not what they want. They want to walk in. And that's what she just stated. And wanted to be equal to that man that built that castle. Are you guys with it? Like the distance between logic and our women is just really that far. Other races of women, and oftentimes this is also so embarrassing. If you look in the comments, guys, if you haven't done that, check in the comment section. Look at the comments that are always coming from other races of women, white women specifically, and look at the comments that are always coming from our women. Just check those things in the comments and see. You realize that it is horrifying to see just comments coming from our women. It's too embarrassing, man. Why women understand these things? They understand that they are beneath their men, they are under their men. And like I said, often I pay attention to the comment section, read all comments. Sometimes I'll like some, sometimes I'll just ignore it, make it look like I haven't seen it or something like that. But I do read most of the comments that you guys put in the comment section, especially the men, right? The men, I do read your comments a lot, so be sure to be leaving your comments. But the fact that this lady is thinking a high value man is supposed to respect a high value woman. What makes you a high value woman? I'm high value because I'm smart, I'm educated. You can be a man can just say I'm high value because I'm educated. You might be educated and broke. You might be educated and down. How about that? How about we have conversation of women that are PhDs having dumb conversation day in and day out in this shows right here. We've witnessed it, guys. Let's not pretend. So you educated, you smart, and you want someone to match you away. Apparently, at 29, like he said, it is yet to happen. And she's only doing that because of how she looks and the kind of privileges that she's been getting, free entries that she has been getting from men because of how she looks. But at 29, let's say let's have this conversation 5 years from now. Let's have that conversation again. She's going to be a different human being altogether. She's going to realize what it is. I mean, then like our women are so kind of like to say that they are under black men is just almost like an insult to them, and that is why they are not winning. Because guess what? When they're with a high value black man, they still want to behave like they are all on the same level. And guess what is going to happen? He's not going to have your bitch ass at home, and he'll go out there, just do whatever he has to do to build that big name, come home, and you'll be challenging his authority. It's just not going to happen. He's rather going to have the shorty that work at fries and McDonald's that is just going to keep his mouth shut than getting you, I mean, at 29, you've not been picked and you think that you high value. I always say something and they often come after me in the comments, but it's true, right? You cannot be a high value woman and over 30 years old and still not married. It just cannot be the case. Because high value men get up. We don't have them that much in society. That is one thing you gotta understand. So when you that kind of a woman that is high value means high value woman is in high demand. That is one thing you gotta understand. A man will snap you up like, you know, taking a piss. But our women, they can just walk around calling themselves high value because for women, how we define them as high value as men, they don't tend to understand these things. They tend to kind of, I'm smart, I'm educated. It doesn't make you high value, bitch. You're just delusional and you need some guidance. Delusional, I'll not call it delusional, I'll call you arrogant. That's just what our women are. They are mostly arrogant. And look at her level of understanding. Kevin Samuels had to break everything, mammalian animal, warm-blooded animals, and the level of understanding is just that low. And she's the same lady that is speaking about educated and being smart. You can be educated and dumb. That is one thing I think most ladies face will understand. You can be educated and dumb as hell. And that's what we've just witnessed in this video. She's calling herself smart, but apparently, I did not hear someone being smart in this conversation here. I mean, I'm being honest. For her segment, I just don't see it being. I mean, no. Guys, catch you in the next episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out here, gentlemen. Peace.